Hello everyone and welcome back to another edition of West Ham Fan TV on the Social, our interactive social media show where we answer questions sent in by you, our viewers, after quite a long layoff.
Yeah, you have had a bit of a long layoff, Greg.
I have, haven't I? I was
lovely. Where's your tan?
I got this at football on Sunday. You know, you were there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's good to have you on, mate. You haven't been on for ages,
Yeah, I know. I thought I'd make an appearance.
Yeah, but I think everyone looks forward to your
Cheers, mate.
appearances. You're the face. You're the face of the channel.
I doubt that, mate.
Right, before we start...
I'm the face that everyone wants a punch.
No, I'm sure that's not true.
Go on.
Right, in reply to Michael Wood, got the polo on. I hope I look smart enough. Or like I say, I was going to do the top button up, but I've got fat in it. I look like sausages. So.
What did he say?
So yeah, it says get him to wear a nice polo for once. Always looks a bit scruffy. I had a shave yesterday as well. So right, first one is from Curtis Smith. Says, hello lads, with the Thames Ironworks Community FC, what do you most look forward to? And if you could play any YouTube football team, who would it be and why?
Curtis Smith, our very own Ginger.
Our very own Ginger Carroll.
What do I look most forward to? Just seeing them grow together as a team, and even like with the group chat and just the change room on Sunday, like the banter and that. I love all that.
There's good team spirit there.
Yeah, it's just seeing them go from not knowing each other to becoming good friends, and hopefully seeing them do well, progress up the leagues, and hopefully win a couple of trophies over the years.
First team not out.
If we could play any YouTube team, I don't really know it. Play anyone.
Yeah, I don't know. Hashtag maybe.
Maybe Lions TV should get a team together. West Ham Millwall, that'd be a good one.
Yeah, what's the worst that could happen? Let's dive straight in. Do you think we're having a repeat of last summer's transfer flop? I mean, there's still a few weeks, weeks left yet. It's
frustrating at the moment because obviously teams like Everton are going out and spending nearly 100 million. Bournemouth are going out and spending money.
I mean, Everton had a big injection of. They just had a takeover.
Arsenal have just completed the signing of Lacazette. And where we're not really signed, we've only signed Zabaleta, and we are letting a lot of people go. It is frustrating.
Aren't necessarily choosing us as well.
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
the problem as well.
I'm not going to panic yet, but they've got rid of a lot of players that we signed last year, and the players that we signed for European football. I mean, like they're looking to sell for Gouli now. Valencia, I think, joined that Mexican team Tigres today. So yeah,
so they're getting rid of players, but not bringing.
Yeah, then that's the most worrying thing. But then have they got players lined up that they've already spoken to that no one really knows about? Because
yeah, I'd like to think that because in the past they've been criticised for being too open about.
Well, people moaned about Jack Sullivan being all on Twitter revealing everything, and now he's not doing it. He's getting stick for not doing it, so he can't win really. But I hope it ain't a repeat of last season.
No, I think there'll be a lot of.
But then again, we can have bids accepted for all, but it's whether players want to join us. That's the main thing. So we have to be appealing to the players.
Right, next one is from James Hawkins. Hypothetically, if you had a choice of only one, who would you personally pick out of Giroud, Hernandez, Iheanacho and Walcott, and why? I'll go for Hernandez.
Yeah.
Hernandez or Giroud?
No. Iheanacho for me, because Giroud's similar to Carroll, so we've already got Carroll there, like the way they play. Giroud for me is a better player. But if I had to choose out of one of them, it'd be Iheanacho for me, because he's young, fast, he can score goals. But Hernandez as well, that's a tough question.
I mean, I think he was very underrated when he played over him.
Yeah, he was like a super sub, wasn't he? Like Chicharito, Chickpea, whatever his name is. But
he did score.
He scored a lot of goals, and he's only 29. But no, Iheanacho for me out of them four. Yeah. But I do like Giroud as well, and I think it'd be a great signing for West Ham.
Yeah. Next one is from Lanzini Stepover at Sunny_Lanzini. How many players do we need to sign in this window, and for what positions? Who do you think these players should be? Well, we just mentioned Hernandez and Iheanacho. Yeah, we need a couple more midfielders for me. We need at least. I'd like to see us bring in at least 2 or 3 strikers minimum. You know, we can't just bring in one and rely on Carroll and Sacco staying fit all summer. Do you think we need maybe another centre half possibly? Just for like if we pick up some, because we do seem to pick up.
Yeah, I mean, but we have got Reece Burke there as well, but it looks like he's going to be going out on loan. So
yeah, that's the thing. We've got some promising youngsters, but
yeah,
I think going out on loan for another season, and we need to
Yeah, definitely we need about 5 or 6 players. Definitely, I'd say a couple of midfielders, at least 2 or 3 strikers, and yeah, if you want to get and maybe another goalkeeper. Joe Hart's been rumoured. So yeah.
Next one is from Lewis Tucker. It says, in your opinion, what formation would best suit our current starting 11 for next season?
Current starting 11?
Well,
3-5-2, like we've been playing.
Yeah, so it looks a lot more solid.
Yeah, 3-5-2. Like we looked more solid, like you said, more solid towards the end of last season. But it's who we bring in. I mean, Antonio don't want to play right wing back.
Yeah.
And Masuaku or Creswell ain't going to want to play left wing back.
Yeah.
So it depends. But yeah, 3-5-2 with the current team we've got.
I don't know, Masuaku and Creswell, they do like getting forward, so maybe they would suit that.
Yeah.
I think. It's just right. Next one is from Iron's chat. Do you think the board is treating Bilic unfairly? I don't seem to be backing him with signings and undermining constantly.
I mean, they've backed him because, to be honest, they could have sacked him last season with the results and everything. So they have backed him, but
I think I mean like backing him financially.
Yeah, that's why are they only backing him? Like, do they trust him with the money?
Yeah, but then if you don't trust him, why keep him in the position?
Yeah, but maybe they're just keeping Bilic on because he wants to be at the club, and he's probably just one of these people that just gets on with it.
Yeah,
you know. So because if we'd have got someone like Mancini in, we would have spent by now. Guaranteed we'd have bought someone by now.
Yeah, well, we'd have had to because he wouldn't
settle
exactly. For bargain basement.
That's the only thing that worries me. It's the only thing that worries me.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want Bilic to leave.
No. Well, you can only judge him on the first 12 games. If nothing's improved after 12 games, then you've got to start looking, because if not, we're going to be in for another crap season at the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, because I know we finished quite comfortably in the end.
And that's the other thing as well with big signings. Is Bilic that attractive to want to play for? That's the only thing. That's why I think last season we was let down on a couple of deals. Maybe because Bilic ain't that big name manager.
Yeah, but I mean, he's managed internationally. You know, he's
got
good contacts in Europe and that.
Yeah, I know. We need to start getting in contact with some of these contacts.
Yeah. All right, next one is from Alfred Hammer. Is it time to bold leave? I'm sick of the lack of signings and broken promises. Just look at Everton; they are the real deal.
Yeah, see, for me, like I like the board. Like I'll go back to, I always think of them of when they first come into the club, what they done. You know, they cleared out all the dead wood. They got our debts. I know leaving Upton Park was a big thing for them, for us, and everything.
Yeah. But then can you still keep living off of what you've done?
I know,
4 or 5 years ago. You've got to be for now.
But then what happens if they sell up and we get in some rich Arabs who don't give a flying fuck about West Ham, you know, and they change it even worse, you know. But
they divide opinion.
Yeah, I think if they went out now and spent 120 million on players and bought in, you can't argue with the board then, can you? They've done it. It's down to the manager and the players.
Yeah. So if after that,
I can see why people don't like them, and I can see why people back them. I'm sort of in the middle of them. Like if they left tomorrow and we got new owners in, I wouldn't be totally upset. You know what I mean? But then, I'd like to see them stay.
Devil, you know.
Yeah.
Next one is from Sam Chaplin. Realistically, where do you think we will finish in the league? And would you rather a European place or a very good cup run?
With the squad we've got now, if we didn't sign anyone, we won't finish in the top 10.
No.
Personally, I don't think we'd be around between 12th and 15th in the table. Would I rather a European place or cup? I'd rather win a cup.
Yeah, I want is to see West Ham in a cup.
When you say a good cup run, does that mean quarterfinals, semi-finals? Because I'd rather get in Europe than lose in a semi-final.
Yeah. So if
it was to win a cup, I'd rather have a
I want
cup.
to be in a final winning a cup.
Yeah.
Right, next one is from our very own Luke Malden of Thames Ironworks fame.
Luke, good boy.
It says, boys, how did you both enjoy being interim joint managers for the first Thames Ironworks game? And is there a chance you will take the job on?
No.
I enjoyed it. It was good.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I just really like being in that. It reminded me of when we used to play, and the lads with the banter, and And I missed that. And like, where else are
yeah.
going to be joining in training?
Yeah.
And probably, hopefully, maybe playing a few games this season if they're short.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, not coaching, not for me.
Right. So next one's from Gio. Oxford v Rice, Burke v Cullen. Keep one of each and sell the other. Who are you backing?
That's a tough one, isn't it? Rice versus Oxford.
Oxford's.
Probably for me, I'd say. Oh, couldn't you have done Oxford versus Burke? I'd keep Oxford and Burke and Cullen. No, that's a tough one. I'd keep Cullen.
Yeah.
As much as I love Burke, I love Cullen as well. I just think Cullen over the next few seasons is going to be massive for us, and I hope he gets a good pre-season with us to show what he can do.
Yeah.
And if he has to go out on loan, let him go out on loan. But within 2 years, he'll be a regular starter for West Ham, I think.
Oh yeah. Last one from Twitter is from Man Like Lanzini. As a fan's frustrations grow as the days go on without signings, if targets aren't met, is the ball's time done? You know, if they're putting the bids in and players aren't willing to come in.
Put it this way, the ball ain't going
nowhere.
nowhere. The ball are not going nowhere. They're not going to resign. They're not going to sell the club yet. They may do in the future, but so we just have to get over this hating the ball all the time, because that's the thing with football fans. Like, if they hate the manager,
because they're the figurehead of the club.
They're the ones that have to put their hands in their pockets and spend. But where is the money? You know, that is the massive question, because the revenue we must have made last season with the TV money, the Payet money, we just sold Nordwright for 8 million, is it? And we didn't pay nothing for him. For Gooley, you know, we made a profit on him if they sell him. That's the question. Where's the money? That's what makes me think: are they going to go out and spend big? They're just waiting. Because don't forget, some players are still on holiday. They ain't even reported back to pre-season yet.
Right, we'll move on to the Facebook ones now. I think we've got quite a few.
Yeah, go on, mate.
This one's from John Phillips. Who would you bring in if for Gooley and Snodgrass?
Yeah, if we say Snodgrass, just in case. It's a tough one, isn't it? It's tough, because personally, I mean, I'd like to see us keep at least one of them. Probably
for Gooley out of
yeah, I mean,
because he's shown little flashes of.
Snodgrass is like, he didn't have a great time at West Ham. He signed in January, but if you go on his whole, the way he played for Hull, he is a good player. You know, so there is a good player. So whether you stick with him,
I mean, do you think that if he gets a pre-season with us under his belt?
I'd like to see us go for the Southampton winger. Is it Tadic? I'd like to see us go for him.
Right, next one is from Paul Claydon. What are your views on the ever-changing building site outside the stadium? It's crap, really. Don't get me started on that bloody tented village that blocked my way home at the end of last season. A lot of work needed. Yeah. I mean, listen, I've been in, obviously, meetings with me and Nicky have been into meetings, and we know the plans that the club's got to do outside. You know, there are a few things that they want to add to make it, you know, like how the Emirates is when they've got statues and legends and more branding of West Ham outside. So it's all, you've got to get around the LLDC, you know, so you've got to get through them.
Yeah, and not only that, it's our first season at the London Stadium. I mean, it looks more West Ham now than it did on the first game of the season. So even if it takes 2 or 3 years to get it exactly right, it will change. They have got plans to, like I said, make it more West Ham outside and appreciate our legends, which I think the club needs to do a lot more of, because they don't. And I'm not just talking about the Trevor Brookings and people like that. I'm talking about players like Devonshire that don't get recognised enough, Brian Dio and players like that. And I think Billy Bonds needs to be recognised a bit more, because it's not all.
Phil Parks.
I know Bobby Moore and Trevor Brooking get all the accolades, which they deserve, but there are other legends at the club that deserve a lot more, and I think over the coming seasons we will see.
Right, next one is from Anthony Garner. Do you think Slav's the reason top players don't want to come to us by playing players out of place, as well as being a mediocre manager? I mean, would you say he's a mediocre manager? I mean, last season at Bowling he gave us some of our best memories for.
I know you say it was him, but I think Payet was a lot to do with that, and the players.
Is he a mediocre manager?
No, I don't think he's a mediocre manager. But I sort of say I think sometimes players might look at him and think like, not that they don't want to play for. I think if a player like, say for instance last season, who was we after, Lacazette. Say they accepted the bid and he come over. If Bilic is a sort of person, he puts their arm around and makes them feel wanted and special, and players will sign. But it's just getting them. It helps. It does help. But then again, look at Big Sam when he was at Bolton. The players that he signed, Jul Kayef, JJ Kocha, even though he was at in Korea, they were big names.
Yeah. Right, next one is from Leone Berlace. If the West Ham fan TV guys could kick out Karen and the two Davids and take over the board, and they'd have to forfeit their money, how would you lot go about fixing up West Ham?
So if we had no money to spend, you mean?
Yeah. Or is it take?
Or they had to
forfeit their money to us.
Money,
yeah. I think that's what it's saying. Yeah.
Well, first of all, I'd quit my day job and buy myself a big mansion. No, but yeah, obviously you go out and make that big marquee signing, and you trust your manager.
Break the bank.
You bring
not necessarily break the bank.
You bring through. You give youth a chance. Don't dent their hopes by saying they're never going to have a chance.
Yeah.
And yeah, back your manager. Make the fans happy.
Yeah.
Get the fans on side.
I'm trying to get around your little DC.
Come off Twitter.
Yeah. Yeah, it can cause a lot of problems, Twitter.
Yeah, come off Twitter. Yeah, just give the fans that. Well, but it's easy for us to say because it's not our money.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if it were your money, you go, we're going to spend 100 million on
these
one
are
player.
the people.
Like, you know?
Some of these people are like saying to the board, go and spend 60, 70 million on a player, and they're the sort of people that go into a shop, pick up a shirt, look at the price and put it down. You know what I mean? So
I think this is
when
what
it's your own money,
it's their money.
When it's your own money,
it's their money.
No, yeah, that's what I'd do.
Yeah. Right, last one from Trevor Bickles. That's my mate. Going on his stag do in September.
Oh right,
yeah.
Well, am I invited?
I don't know, I'll ask him. Trevor's right.
Trevor, can I?
Says, do you think the board have lost the trust of the fans after constant transfer hype and false promises about the ground? Also, do you think they're punching above their weight in the transfer market and actually they are the reason players aren't coming here? So that's a flip of, do you think they're not coming here because of Bilic? Or
yeah, the board have definitely lost the trust of most fans. I mean, we see it on Twitter every day. I mean, we get messages sent to us about it, and you can't keep. I mean, I think last season we dug the board out quite a lot, but then you get to that point where you just get bored of doing it.
Okay, you're just saying the same thing.
You're just repeating yourself. Like I said, they're not going anywhere. Not going anywhere for a long while, so we've got to stick with them unless they resign or whatever, or sell the club. But they're not going to do that.
They're not going to resign. They'll want to sell up.
Nah. Do we think we're punching above our weight in the transfer market? I think sometimes we are.
Yeah, I think.
I think some of the players, especially last season, but then, like I said, last season we should have gone for players like Benteke. That's the level we've got to be going, the middle level. You know?
Yeah.
So I don't think players like Batshuayi is out of the question. Getting him on loan. Hernandez. I was going to say Fernandez then. Hernandez as well. Giroud. Now that Lacazette has gone to Arsenal, he ain't going to be a starter. The only good thing that works in our favour this year is getting a few of these players is it's World Cup year. Yeah. They all want to be playing to get into the World Cup. Yeah, I mean, even like Jack Wilshere's been linked with us, and for me, a fully fit Jack Wilshere is probably better than most of the midfielders we've got. Yeah. And for people to turn their noses up, I mean, people are saying, "Oh, he was sub for Bournemouth last year. Played 20. I think he played 27 games for him and started 22. So he wasn't sub all the time.
Yeah. And that's a big.
This is the thing. People want players, but then they turn their nose up at good players. Jack Wilshere ain't a crap player.
No,
he is a good player, and he's got potential. Not potential, but because he is a proven Premier League player.
Ability.
It's just his injuries that worry us. We've said it before. He's got bones like Weetabix. You know, he goes down, he crumbles. But
Chris Packet legs.
He'd do well, West Ham.
Yeah, fit right in. But yeah, that's it. That's all of them.
Done. That's me done for the season.
That's it. All
on
done.
This show.
Get you into the last one.
Yeah, I'll do the end of the
we've
season
got a video going out this week on Thursday, I believe. Dan, Thursday is it? Yeah, we've got the.
Dan's give us the nod.
Dan's give us the nod. As has been alluded to, me and you were Big Sam, Little Sam.
Yeah,
Thames Ironworks.
Thames Ironworks Community FC had their first game. So yeah, look out for that video. It's good.
And,
they done well, the boys.
They did. They played really well. They played really well. And Nicky's commentary is.
Nicky commentates on it, even though he was in Greece. Well, he was in Greece, wasn't he?
I think, he was. Yeah. But Nicky's commentary, he's on there as well. So yeah, do look out for that. And
our inspirational team talk at the end.
Yeah, I was welling up. Like watching it back.
I could see an Oscar coming.
It was like Shakespeare.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're still doing your transfer videos.
Yeah, we're going to get hopefully.
Look out for them.
Dan's been jumping in doing it as well.
Yeah.
Even though everyone's meant to be doing it, me and Dan seem to be doing it.
Wow,
I'm not digging you out.
Why break up a winning
Scott.
team? Why break up a winning team? That's not.
No, but yeah, we'll start cracking them out more. Videos, I mean. Yeah, transfer videos over the next few weeks. So David Gold, Sullivan, spend your money. Give us something to talk about.
Yeah. One wants to
lengthen
the videos a little bit.
Zabaleta seems like ages ago.
Yeah, well it was a good few weeks ago now, wasn't it? It's an eternity in football. So thanks for watching once again. Thanks for sending in your questions. But sorry if we did miss any, but a lot of them were quite similar, so we tried to sort of lump them all in as one answer, didn't we? So thanks for coming on, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Pleasure as always.
Love it.
One thing left to say.
What's that?
Come on, you Irons.
Call you Irons.